How are you feeling this morning? I mean, seriously, are you tired, grumpy, happy, motivated? Now, how do you find the mood of journalists when you cold call them? I suspect if you've ever tried it, their mood was probably worse than you're feeling right now, or at least when you first call them. So what do we do about that? Good morning, welcome back to the Public Relations Podcast, and yes, there is going to be more than one episode this week. If you are wondering why, check out yesterday's episode. Yesterday's episode also got me thinking, and I thought I'd give another tip about approaching the press today. Now, you might have noticed I am back at Heathrow Airport again, and I wish I could see where you listen to this podcast. You know, you're at the airport too, or you're on the way to work or the way home. Well, whatever your mood right now, let's talk about journalists. If you're new to this show, then for 10 years I was a journalist. I was a news editor, a reporter, and I presented London's only all-news radio station's drive time show for several years. And I got pretty used to getting cold calls. And there's lots of reasons why journalists on a first call can be grumpy. And particularly is because until you've given them something they can use, you are wasting their time. So the working assumption is that what you're going to do is going to be pretty useless to them. It's what they've come to expect. So this was a tip I shared at a recent event I was speaking at in Portugal. A press officer working at the event asked me how to approach journalists because it can be hard. And what I said is assume they'll be grumpy. And if they're not, then all the better. But get to the point fast. Be ready with why the audience will be interested. A phrase like, I've got a story about X, might you be interested, is plenty enough. If they let you continue, say the classic who, what, where, why, and when. Give them the details. If you say you can do an interview, then, if they ask you if you can do an interview, say yes. If they're interested, you'll often hear their mood transform because suddenly you've gone from wasting their time to saving their time. You've become their angel. You know, sometimes I think you have to just get into that mindset. So know why your story is good, really know why. And if you don't think it is, what else can you do? What else can you add to that story to make it a better pitch for them? So expect grumpy, then show them why you're going to help them and actually help them. I'd love to know what your experiences are with cold calling journalists as well. If you're already a newsletter subscriber, you already know how to reach me. If not, then send a tweet to that PR chap, or you can find me on LinkedIn at Richard Midson. If you're subscribed to newsletter as well, then this week I'm also going to give some tips on writing press releases. Otherwise, if you're not, head to thepublicrelationspodcast.com, thepublicrelationspodcast.com. So another interesting one today, actually. I saw that Santander were providing scholarships to people applying for MBAs. Now, this is quite a good little one, because if you think about the cost of advertising to the right target demographics of people interested in business, how much would that cost? Well, if you think the cost of an MBA is going to be several £1,000s, well, if you compare that to advertising costs, that's not that much. So by promoting a scholarship, by getting lots of the right target demographic to apply for it, you're actually getting a lot of emails for not a lot of cost. Great little idea for a PR one there. Right, tomorrow, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to be in Athens tomorrow. So I'll give you another tip, either on press releases or maybe some general PR news tomorrow. If you want more details, it's thepublicrelationspodcast.com, thepublicrelationspodcast.com. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll speak to you soon.